निकालने में 10 मिनट लगेंगे। अच्छा फोटो नहीं चाहिए।
That's it. Thank you so much, all the media friends. We now switch to the live telecast. So I just request you to take back your positions. Friends of media. Gaurav. Okay, thank you so much everyone. Thank you so much. I request.
Easy.
Okay, thank you so much everyone.
On behalf of the Government of India and Prime Minister Modi, on behalf of 130 crore Indians, I would like to wish the Indian athletes all the very best. The good wishes of 130 crore Indians are behind the Indian athletes. This is the largest contingent ever, where 127 athletes are participating. Hopes are high, but no pressure on the athletes. They should play with a free mind, win more medals. And I think we could see the enthusiasm throughout the country.
There is very high hope about getting double digit the medals.
मैं इतना ही कहूँगा 127 एथलीट्स के साथ 130 करोड़ भारतीयों की शुभकामनाएं हैं, दुआएं हैं। आप जाइए, खेलिए, पूरी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस दीजिए और भारत के लिए जीत कर आइए। बहुत बहुत
Thank you so much everyone. Thank you.
जब एथलीट्स वापस आएंगे तो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है वो सभी भारत के खिलाड़ियों के साथ जो टोक्यो ओलंपिक्स में पार्टिसिपेट करने गए हैं उनसे प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी व्यक्तिगत रूप से मिलेंगे, और जो हमारे पैरा ओलंपिक्स की टीम भी जाएगी उनसे भी भारत के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी उनसे मिलेंगे।
Please clear that.
From the media, please go on to the side of the crowd. All of you, please, we are live on Sony right now.
Another short while before we lead into the opening ceremony. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are excited to watch that. Before that, I'm now joined by Gaurav Kalra. Gaurav, welcome to our show. My question to you is, you've obviously witnessed, been at, analyzed so many Olympics. How is this one different for you?
It is obviously the big difference is the non-presence of fans. That is going to be a big factor, and athletes do enjoy being around fans. That is going to be something that the athletes will regret, not having that opportunity to perform in front of fans. But they've trained all their lives for this moment, so I think they'll find a way to overcome that. And I think in no way will it diminish any of their performances or achievements, simply because it's a sanitized Olympics. It's happening with all of the troubles that the world is going through, because quite clearly this is a celebration of sport.
Sports fan himself and sports administrator. Namaste, Shri Anurag Thakurji. Welcome to our show. And we will be joined, of course, by one of the youngest ministers as well. Ministers of State for Youth Affairs and Sports and Home Affairs, Shri Nisik Pramani. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. And Shri Anurag Thakur sir, मैं आपसे शुरू करना चाहूँगा. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on taking charge as Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports and Information and Broadcasting. Sir, Tokyo 2020 is different in so many ways. India has the biggest contingent, 127 athletes, 18 disciplines, and huge hopes from Team India. Please tell us a little about how you see Tokyo 2020 for India and the future of Indian sports.
Thank you. I think every athlete look up to participate in Olympics. My heartfelt congratulations to every athlete who has been participating in representing Team India and India in the Tokyo Olympics. 2020 is a very special year. It goes with cricket, but here 2020 is special because it has thrown many challenges for the athletes and for the administrators as well. COVID has changed many things. The way we train, the way we participate, the way we perform, or the way we see the crowd in the stadiums. We won't see much crowd, very limited people present in the stadium. So I think it's going to be different kind of atmosphere for these athletes. But I personally feel it's a big moment for India. And for those athletes and for those games, those events, where we have qualified for the first time. As you rightly said, 127 athletes is the largest contingent participating in more than from the 18 games, 69 events. It's going to be a big moment for India. I'm very hopeful that they're going to do well, they're going to participate. Not only participate but perform to their best, and I'm sure we're going to win a lot of medals this time.
That's fantastic, sir, and we are all hoping the same as well. You mentioned the COVID turmoil across the world has experienced it. India was no different. It must have been a huge pressure on the players. You mentioned that as well, but on the ministry as well. How did the government ensure that the players remained motivated, their training was fine, and the morale remained high? Please tell us a little more about this journey, sir.
Prime Minister Modi started target of Olympic podium scheme, which we call the top scheme. And the intention for that was to groom your elite athletes, give them a platform, best of the best coaching, out of the pocket expenses, and we spent a lot of money on that to train the players to participate in the world class events. We tried our best, providing them end-to-end support. We got every athlete vaccinated and even relaxed on for the vaccination as well. Prime Minister Modi himself personally spoke to many athletes before the Olympics, not only to the athletes but also to their family members, motivated them. At the same time, he started a campaign, Cheer for India. The entire country, if you see in the last couple of days, we have seen a trend in India, whether Indians are able to go to Tokyo or not, we know there are limitations because of the COVID. But the Indians have come forward and participated in the Cheer for India campaign to motivate our players along with the Prime Minister Modi, so that our voice should reach to the Tokyo and players feel motivated. I'm sure through this program also, some of the players, family members and the entire country will be listening to you and the others who are joining on this platform. All I'm trying to say is, Government of India and various other sports, state governments have provided many facilities and also made announcements for the players once they come with the medals. Many states have made big announcements.
Thank you so much, sir, for that, because it is very important for these athletes to get the support, and it's great to see that the government is providing them that support. Now, you mentioned the videos, you mentioned the talks with the family. The Honorable Prime Minister gave the clarion call, and you mentioned #Cheer for India in his Mann Ki Baat address to the nation on 27th June. Now, we've seen this campaign and it's grown. It's become a massive campaign across the country with lots of excitement and lots of energy. Can you tell us a little bit more about this, sir?
I think when the leader starts with the head of the country and the way he started, the way he interacted, I think it was very important to notice how he interacted with the players, knew the even minute details of the players, who likes to eat ice cream and how he offered, once you come back I'll have ice cream with you, and talking about the players' family as well. How concerned the Prime Minister was about their performance, about their training part, about their preparation, and also the challenges, as I earlier said. During the COVID time, many players did not even meet their families for long. Many of them were traveling overseas, so they went from a country directly to the Tokyo rather than coming back to India. So I think these are the times when you need a lot of motivation, and when the Prime Minister himself was talking to so many players, I think this was a good defining moment in the players.
Definitely was. It was really heartwarming to watch these videos as well. He spoke to the families, encouraged them and the players as well. It was fascinating to watch. If I could ask Shri Nisit Pramanik ji a question as well. Nisit sir, how do you feel being the youngest minister for a young and dynamic nation like ours, a huge youth population? Excited? Hopeful? Please share your thoughts, sir.
सबसे यंगेस्ट मिनिस्टर होने के नाते देश की युवा से मैं बहुत प्रेरणा लेता हूँ कि जैसे एक तरफ जैसे टोक्यो में हमारा टीम इंडिया पहुँचे हैं भारत की तिरंगा को और ऊंचा लहराने के लिए, उसके साथ साथ पूरे देश में देश की युवाओं में जैसे ओलंपिक के लिए जागरूकता पूरा देश में इसको बढ़ावा देते हुए हम लोग देख रहे हैं और जो उत्साह हम लोग युवाओं में देख रहे हैं ये एक युवा इंडिया का ये प्रमाण देते हैं और अगले दिन जाके खेल की दुनिया में हम लोग देश को और आगे लेके जाएंगे, ये मेरा मानना है।
धन्यवाद सर आपका, और जरूर प्रेरित भी होंगे यूथ इंडिया के देखकर कि यंगेस्ट मिनिस्टर आप बने। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस। श्री अनुराग ठाकुर जी, आपसे I'll come back to you. I know we've asked you a few questions, we have a couple more. We have seen a huge focus on development of sports in the last 7 years by your government. Be it grassroots level development of elite players, their management as well. How do you see sports useful in building a young nation like ours?
देखिए, खेलों का एक बड़ा फायदा है, ये ना जाति देखता है, ना धर्म देखता है, ना समुदाय देखता है, ये तो सब कुछ जोड़ता। इसमें इतनी ताकत है कि 130 करोड़ भारतीयों को एकजुट करता है, एक साथ खड़े करता है चीयर फॉर इंडिया कैंपेन के लिए भी और अपने खिलाड़ियों का मनोबल बढ़ाने के लिए भी। एक सरकार के नाते हमारी जिम्मेदारी है कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अच्छा बनाएं, हम उस पर लगे हुए हैं। ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इवेंट्स मिले, तो खेलो इंडिया कैंपेन जब शुरू किया गया तो उसमें खेलो इंडिया यूथ गेम्स, खेलो इंडिया यूनिवर्सिटी गेम्स और इससे पहले हमने स्कूल गेम्स करने का भी काम किया है। ये लगातार इवेंट हर साल होंगे, खिलाड़ियों को अच्छे अवसर मिलेंगे और भविष्य में हिंदुस्तान दुनिया के बड़े बड़े इवेंट्स करे, ये हमारी प्राथमिकता रहेगी ताकि दुनिया भर के बड़े इवेंट्स हिंदुस्तान में हों, हमारे खिलाड़ियों को खेलने का अवसर मिले। दूसरा, कोचिज़ की ट्रेनिंग ज़्यादा हो, बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट साइंटिफिक ट्रेनिंग के हिसाब से हम चलें ताकि हमारे खिलाड़ियों को विदेशों में जो जाएं वो भी हो, लेकिन साथ साथ देश के कोचिज़ को भी उस स्तर पर लाने का हम काम कर सकें। एक और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, दूसरी और अच्छे कंपटीशन, तीसरी और रोजगार के अच्छे अवसर प्राइवेट सरकारी क्षेत्र में दोनों तरफ हों, तो उससे मुझे लगता है बहुत सारे खिलाड़ी स्पोर्ट्स को अपने करियर के रूप में चुन सकते हैं, जिसका लाभ मिल सकता है और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा खिलाड़ी मोटिवेट होते हैं। मैं क्रिकेट की अगर बात करूं तो 1983 वर्ल्ड कप से पहले शायद ही भारत में कोई जानता था कि सोचता भी था कि भारत वर्ल्ड कप जीत सकता है। इसी तरह से जब पहला मेडल हम ओलंपिक्स में जीत कर लाते हैं, मैं आज जहाँ जिस स्टेडियम में बैठा हूँ, मेजर ध्यानचंद स्टेडियम में, आज की पीढ़ी भी अगर हॉकी की ओर देखती है तो जहाँ एक और हमारे मनप्रीत सिंह जी से लेकर मेजर ध्यानचंद की ओर देखते हैं तो एक अपने आप में दिखता है कि पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी उनको मोटिवेट करने का काम किया। मैं इतना ही कहूँगा, एक खिलाड़ी करोड़ों खिलाड़ियों को मोटिवेट करता है, एक स्टेडियम हज़ारों खिलाड़ियों को खेलने का अवसर देता है, एक कोच बहुत सारे खिलाड़ियों को देश का प्रतिनिधित्व करने का अवसर देता है। तो हमें इन हर क्षेत्र में काम करने की आवश्यकता है।
जी बिल्कुल सर, और हम आशा ये कर रहे हैं कि ऐसे कई खिलाड़ी प्रेरित करें काफ़ी आने वाली जनरेशन को भी। और मैं आखिरी क्वेश्चन आपसे सर पूछना चाहता हूँ, व्हाट्स योर की मैसेज टू द इंडियन कंटिंजेंट एट टोक्यो 2020 सर?
All I would like to say that the good wishes of 130 crore Indians are with you. They stand behind you, they cheer for you, and they have high hopes from you. But please don't take any pressure. You have reached this stage, you have qualified for Olympics, all because of your sheer discipline, determination and hard work. You have to play with a free mind. You have to put in your 100% effort. At the international level, it's a battle of nerves. and you have to be strong. Just be focused. Just think about this is the time to create history, and I'm sure most of you are going to create history. All the best to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here, and thank you for that wonderful message as well, and thank you to Sri Nisit Pramanik sir as well. Well, that's quite a fantastic message towards the end. There was a personal send-off as well for all the athletes at the airport. The entire airport was decked up for their welcome, and they were given a proper send-off. There were cheers. Everyone was involved in it. The entire staff just felt like they were part of something absolutely major and something significant that was said. And we've spoken about this, not just winning the medal, just being that athlete that gets to represent India, Viren, at the largest stage, at the biggest stage. That is so significant that already there's been an achievement.
Definitely. In many sports, take fencing, rowing, many events in athletics, it's a big... Qualified for the Olympics after 36 long years. We finished 12th out of 12 teams, but this time they already, I think they have a great chance to get into the top 8. So you climb the ladder one rung at a time, and I always say that sport is about the 1%. If you get 1% better in fitness, in health, in nutrition, in recovery, in equipment, in infrastructure, that's cumulatively 6 or 7%. That's the difference between participating or actually winning.